Welcome back, everybody. If you're joining me now, there's a good chance that you saw the Italian soda video that I just did, which talked about how to make basic simple syrups. And in particular, I suggested that you make a cranberry simple syrup by taking cranberry juice or cranberry juice cocktail and then reducing it down by 3/4. So if you've got 4 cups, take that down to a cup or so. So now we're going to talk about how to use that cranberry juice syrup to turn it into some lovely cocktails to enjoy over the holidays. Very festive, very fun. So the first one is a take on an old fashioned. And this is one that a friend of mine, Neil Treganza, has done for several years. It's a little different than his recipe, but it's pretty similar. So a typical old fashioned, we're going to start with a old fashioned glass, a slice of orange. Now, I didn't have any orange. I have these little cuties. I love these mandarins, so I'm going to start with that. And then to that, we classically are going to add a sugar cube with bitters. But instead of the sugar cube, we're going to substitute our cranberry syrup. So I'm adding a few drops of bitters to the orange. And then I'm going to go ahead and add about 1/2 ounce of the syrup. Now you can go a little bit heavier if you really like that cranberry syrupy flavor. It's up to you. And then classically what we do is we muddle that. So just go ahead and take and mash that orange just a little bit. We want to get those lovely flavors out of the orange itself, a little bit of the juice, a little bit of the pulp, and certainly the more we dig into the zest, we're going to get some of that lovely zest in there. All right, really simple. Now we're going to add our ice cube. I happen to have these beautiful, nice round sphere ice cubes, and we're going to add our bourbon. So I happen to have this tiny little jar of Bulleit that I bought at Costco, and I have my jigger. I'm going to do 2.5 ounces, so 1 shot, because this is a 1-shot jigger, 2 shots, and 1/2 shot. All right. If you have them, doesn't that look beautiful? If you are a bourbon drinker, this is beautiful. I also happen to have these really beautiful Woodford Reserve brandied cherries. So we're going to top this off with a nice brandied cherry added to our drink and a festive little stir stick. I've got Santa Claus here, and we're going to be able to give that just a little bit of a stir if our guest wants to pull up some of that beautiful cranberry juice. And there you have a very simple, very festive holiday old fashioned. Okay? One more drink that we're going to use our cranberry syrup for. We're going to do a version of a Cosmopolitan, but we're going to use gin in our Cosmopolitan. So we're going to need a martini glass. So I started with the martini glass. And one of the things that I did here was I took some leftover, don't say that. I made some lovely cranberry sauce just for this. No, I didn't. It's leftover from Thanksgiving. Or you can make it for Christmas if you have cranberry sauce. You don't need it, but it adds this really fun little festive swoosh in the glass. So we're going to now take our cocktail shaker. We're going to add our cranberry syrup again. Now this is cranberry forward, right? It's a Cosmopolitan. We're going to go ahead and add our cranberry juice. All right. We're going to add a squeeze of fresh lime. So we're going to get that fresh lime juice in there. And then we're also going to add a little bit of Cointreau, a little bit of orange. So I'm going to do 1/2 shot of the orange liqueur. Remember, we've got the lime, we've got the cranberry, we've got the orange. And now we're going to use our gin. You can use any gin that you want. I'm trying something really special here. Now, one of my favorite gin producers, distilleries, is in Sonoma. It's called Prohibition Spirits. And in their club membership a couple of months ago, they sent this beautiful bottle of rhubarb and ginger gin. So I'm going to use that for this particular cocktail. But again, any gin that you like is certainly going to work. I'm going to add, because this is very gin forward, again, like the last one, we're going to do 2.5 ounces of our gin in our shaker, and we're going to shake it. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is going to take a little time. I don't know if you watch Ina Garten. I love Ina Garten. And she reminds us that 30 seconds is really important for shaking our cocktails. And it seems longer than you would expect. Probably not quite 30 seconds, but we're gonna go with that. In a martini glass. Look at that. A beautiful gin cosmopolitan. Very holidays, very lovely, very refreshing and delicious. All right, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about some cocktails that you can make with simple cranberry syrup. Have a wonderful holiday. Thank you.